Now I noticed that it wasn't actually picking up my microphone. How lovely. Anyways, guys, welcome. I'm pretty sure I set most of those things, but it doesn't always work the way you want it to do. Skip this cutscene. So basically, you're in the very, very beginning. You're wounded. And there's a few things we have to pick up. Now, before we actually get any further, let's just go through some of those settings. Display-wise, motion blur is fine. VSync I don't want to do. I kept the frame rate at 60. That's perfect. Dynamic HUD. We need to fade out. I don't want it to have to fade out. Enable or disable the fade out of interactive hub elements. Ultra wide support is on. Perfect. So one of the things I noticed in the beta, ultra wide doesn't always come across as ultra wide. Okay, graphics. Upscaling quality ultra. It's got a high impact upon the GPU, is what it says. I've not noticed it as such. Let's set it to 3. Yeah, 3 times should be fine. DLS upscaling quality is for quality. We set it here. Reflex enabled shadows. Okay, perfect. Lumens. What's the difference? Oh yeah, you see that? That's pretty cool. We have a major impact upon the GPU performance. Okay. Sorry about the sniffs. I still got a bit of a cold from the change in temperature and everything. Okay, let's close this. And let's resume. There's a bit of a blur when you rotate the camera, isn't there? Bit, not massive. Nice drawings here. We finally can run here. And we can pick up the stuff from here. Finished. Too bad. All right, so we got our crafting menu, which we can now open by pressing B. It allows us to create our first knife. And when we look at our inventory, no, I cannot modify the look of this from here. Hold on, let's have a look at this again. Now, some of them you can actually change the appearance of it as well. All right, so we picked up some of the sandwich fabric. We need to hydrate, or need to hold it. I didn't consume all of that. I was hoping to be able to do. Oh, okay, never mind. Can I consume it here? Nope. There's a limit on how much the liquid you can actually consume from that. I would say always pick up that weed that you come across. It is really useful material. It says I cannot drink. Okay, let's craft ourselves some of these lovely. And we'll carry on crafting in the background, but in the meantime, I might want to basically move that to the last slot, number 2. Actually, it's number 8 already. Okay, we do a few more of this. Climbing will drain your stamina. Yeah, I know that. Let's bring it up to 100%. There we go. It is slowly working its way through there. As you can see, there used to be a bridge here leading to, I guess, the other side there. All right, I reached my limit in terms of the liquid. Now, as you can see, that green bar is now reducing slowly. That is basically our stamina bar. Feel free to leave some comments in the chat if you do manage to join. And then we make our way outside. Now we will learn recipes as we go along. This looks pretty awesome. Ah, I just noticed. This was covering my health bar and so forth. So you might not have been able to see that. Yes. Mm. Ah, one thing to remember at first, go through all the other bits of dialogue before anything else. Did he give me something? No. Try to stay in the shadows. Shadows. Big amounts of shadows here. There will be some people here that we're going to have to fight soon. I've not come across any particular materials here. I mean, not enough power. Okay, cut array. We're placing that over there, number 5. Anything else I can find here? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Try to follow the blue line. That will basically make it crack open. Yeah, you might be inclined to just keep on using the... Okay. Like I said, it's a tutorial. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. I didn't go through all the bits and bobs, but okay. Nothing here, unfortunately. It does make sense to check all the corners, because sometimes you do find some stuff in the corners. What does it say? Double dash, left alt. So that should allow us to basically drink more. Okay. Ah, okay. We managed to kill him. There's another entrance point here that we can go through. And then we have to pick up one of these wristbands. Okay. There'll be quite a few places where we're going to have to basically go through rescuing stuff and so forth. Let's have a look. What does the audio sound like? It's great to be able to see all of this. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look. Is my audio of my game loud enough? I'm not quite sure. Let's have a quick look. So bear with me whilst I'm just having a quick look on here. It's loading something at the moment, so bear with me whilst that is actually happening. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Just had to double check how the audio of the game compared to anything else. So we got a map here, Haga Basin South. Now, there's not much visible here as such, except we're going to have to go through the sun here for a wee bit. Whoa. We will have to run. Sand lighting. Come on, let's go. Why did it move it? In the shade. Let's stay in the shade. So we can research something new here. So we can research this outfit. So all these other ones are still locked, as you can see. And they're locked as long as, of course, as we basically have not advanced enough. So you need to basically complete certain quests and so forth to be able to get to the next point. Welcome onto the stream, by the way. So we're going to be able to craft these different elements now. Plus, I need more of those. Have I got one already? I thought I did. Maybe I don't. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so that's fine. Is it? Okay, cool. More of the plants. I need to get in the shadows again in a second. I just want to get the last bits of the plants there. Pick up pretty much anything you can early on in the game. You will need pretty much all those resources. Particularly these ones. Well, granite blocks like this. Let me just move the bandages back to the position where I want them to be. As you can see, you automatically get a bunch of granite from that. You can, of course, pick up the loose blocks. That's perfectly fine. But really, you get a lot more out of picking up all those different bits and bobs. As you can see them lying around here. Is that more over here? It looks like. And just cut that into pieces. You get more salvaged metal that way. It looked like someone had a house here. Or does have a sub-thief item here. Bearing in mind that if someone builds a house like this somewhere, you won't be able to build in that location. Most of the time you won't be able to access it, like this one we cannot access. More player houses here, as you can see. Pretty far south, as you can see as well. What did it tell me to make? The status UI provides additional information about armor, spice information, pin schematics, and the current zone. Well, that's handy. I don't need any of this. These can always be used. So I'm not quite sure why people build their bases here. This is not the optimal zone to build. Hold on, is there something wrong with this one? I guess that's bugged this one. But as you can see, it's turning slowly into night. Research the Molder postal. Okay, I need to go to Y and I need to research it first. Okay. Once we researched it, we can actually craft it. And I'll straight away craft a bunch of darts. Without the darts, you're not going to be able to use it otherwise. I'm actually going to go eastwards. New schematic available. Respawn beacon. Quite useful. Actually, I would recommend that you create at least one, if not multiple of these. It looks like we got a skill point here as well that we can spend. Okay, we need to first have another ability before we can do the body control here. We've got this one already, and these are locked because we, again, have insufficient skill points, or we need to have a second ability already there. So we're going to learn this one here, which is the Bindu Sprint. Actually, that's one of the best locations to go to there. X. Put it away. Just put your weapon away. You can actually run faster if you put your weapon away. Oh boy. We accidentally called the worm. Let's make sure we get near the rocks. And I thought there was an issue with the game a few days ago, where for some reason the worm just didn't want to come at all. Okay. Copper ore, perfect. That's more granite. We'll need both in reality. Of course, I need to craft a respawn beacon, and I need more salvaged metal for that purpose. Where are we? We're up here. I should have gone through there, shouldn't I? Deeper inside, there were other things that we could have done. Okay. In actual fact, I might want to go back there anyways. You can see there's a base up there. Ah. The servers will be offline for a game update starting at 9:30 UTC. 9:30 UTC. What is UTC? I'm not quite sure. That helps. You really burn through your stamina quickly by doing that. So when you're here, keep an eye on the map. As you can see, there are other bits that we can actually go through here. Just remember the way to climb is hold the space bar. Okay. I kind of ignored them at the beginning. Okay, we should be able to craft, not that one. Craft the respawn beacon. I'll do 2 of them. But you come across these kind of, yeah, storage crates quite regularly. And every time you kill one of these enemies, at the moment, you cannot do much yet. Okay. Yep. Okay, these kind of camps indoors. Oops, be careful because they set mines in there. There, another one. I just avoided it. But be careful with that. It's good to salvage and loot in here. Is there anything else? Is that it? I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah, just this little bit that I kind of missed. We got it now. You want to basically go through as many of those camps as you can. Looks like there's another one over there. You can kind of see the light of the camp already coming out. Yep. Really? Oh, okay, that I kind of figured. Did I not kill someone up here? I did. There's nothing to loot from that one, unfortunately. There we go. Don't forget to basically go through this one as well. Ooh, I leveled up. Blade damage. I can boost that. So I need a construction tool. I need more stone. Okay, well, not that one. This one. Okay, unlocked the next tool, which is the base construction tool. So let's manufacture one of those. We only need one of them, really. And I want to basically have it in that place there. Yeah. There's another camp there, I see. Okay, perfect. Hello? I'm not... Ah, okay. Perfect. Interesting. That was interesting. Wow. Okay, sorry about that. Had a hiccup with the camera, it looks like. It looks like there's a camp there. I haven't been to that one yet. One thing I can tell you though is that the worm sightings are a lot quicker now than they used to be. At least I remember from in the beta. It took ages for any worms to just appear. So you are very unlikely to actually trigger a worm to come and eat you. I guess they changed that somewhat, purposefully. Which I got no problem with at all. It just makes us more vigilant in terms of when we're moving around. There's another one there. I'm sure that if we go south from here, we'll be able to find one of those other caves as well. Okay, it does tell us to basically build a base, doesn't it? And I do want to do that, but I want to do it further north. Am I going south now? I'm going south. Why am I going south? I don't know. There. Did someone build a huge base there? Or what is that? Is that the crashed ship? I'm not quite sure. I can easily tell you why they want you to basically... Oh, that's a nice kill. Boom. I'm not going to pick up everything here now. Yeah, fuel cells are really useful. Make sure you pick up fuel cells. That looks like the testing station. Unless I'm mistaken. Oh, maybe I'm. It actually tells us there's intel available within there, which is great. Okay, I placed my respawn beacon here. Because I'm quite positive that I'm going to need it here. Now we're going to have to drink from these plants soon. Ooh. Okay, let's heal up as well. Just need to bear in mind that the servers are going to go offline in about half an hour. Which is actually perfect timing because I had a few chores I wanted to do anyways. But it's great to basically see where we are at the moment. This is the trading post, if I'm not mistaken. Look at all that copper up there. I don't remember that being there in the beta. But maybe they changed some of the map. Could be. Now my current quest, of course, says construct or interact with a thief or sub-thief control station. Okay. Is that a crashed ornithopter? Interesting. There. I need to get out of the sun for a bit. That's not a player, I guess. Is that your house? I guess. I wanted to go further west, though. Yes, I'm parched. I need to find some more of those flowers. Are they up there? No? Just deceptive, isn't it? Yes, there's a patch there. Okay. Okay, that's the base. Okay, I don't want to build there. I want to basically build further eastwards. I'll tell you why shortly. Let's pick up a few more of these babies. Oh, there were more flowers here. Huh. Of course. It says I cannot drink at the moment. Well, let's get back in the shadows. Remember it told us to basically build a base? That's still our current mission. And we're going to go for that, most definitely. But I want to build it further east from here. Okay. Smart place to build a base, right next to this. My stamina is 0. I need to let my stamina regen. Okay. Let's heal up. We most definitely need to heal up. Let's actually craft a few more of those. They will appear, and I just need to make sure they're back in the same spot. It would be great if you could kind of link them or secure them in that spot every time. Ooh, water. Can I just drink this? There we go. Wow. Okay. I'm just picking up the loose bits for now. I know I'm in the sun. Got him back in the shadow. I should reduce that sun exposure. Is this? No, I think it's slightly further east still that I want to be. Certain mountaintops you'll be able to find some more of those crafting recipes if you wanted to go for that. See someone else place their respawn beacon here. Let me just craft another one of those babies. Or two. So this is a really nice location in itself. It's one of the instances here. So in theory, if you can build a base close to here, that's always great. Look, someone left our speeder bike here. The problem with doing stuff like that is you will ultimately lose it. I can't do that, unfortunately. So let's have a look. We are able to build something here, but we want a relatively flat area for that, if we can. Is it relatively flat? You're unlikely to get an entirely flat area, but still. Can I lift it? There was a way of lifting it, isn't it? Control scroll. Okay, put it as high as possible. Really? Is that the highest? Well, that's not really ideal, but okay. Move further inland, it says. Okay. Ah, really? In reality, I don't want to set it to that height. I want to basically go for higher. Okay, if I basically can keep it there like that. Ah. Perfect. Yeah, I still have that rock to deal with, but okay. It's not too bad. Okay, let's build some walls here. Now, for that side, it doesn't really matter what I basically got there. Because we're looking out at the wall. It says construct walls 7. Aye, aye, aye. How do I change that? There we go. Okay, lovely. Yeah, of course. I need more rock first. I'm almost out of water. So let's first place another beacon here. Was there more water to be found here? I'm not sure. Yes, I can see them there. Move your thief console to a sheltered location with the construction tool. Okay. Like I said, I need more of the rocks. Here, rocks. The wrong kind, that's the kind I need. Fuel cells. "15 minutes until the server goes down. So just keep that in mind. That's more copper. That's the search beam. Okay, let's cut. I need a lot more granite. How lovely. Come on, I need more granite. What is that? Someone dropped something here? Looks like. Far more metal. Ah, that's nice. Those are fuel cells there. Right, we got about 14 minutes till server down. Sorry about that. Okay, and now roof. One, two. Right. For now, we're just going to put random stuff in there pretty much. aware I need to drink more. Interestingly enough, it says construct roof, but it looks like I can actually use floor panels for that. Which actually works in my favor. Okay. Yes, I know. Granite. Come on, baby, where can we find more granite? What? Not enough ammo? Of course. Okay, let's get these built here. I need granite. Well, that's a bit of granite anyways. Did I go there already? No. Okay. Let's pick up all that stuff here. Imperial Research Station. Lovely. There's a lot of copper here, as you can see. But it's not copper I need at the moment. I need granite. Where can I find more granite? Nope. Not here. There is a block there. Whew. I did say earlier, try to pick up all of these if you can. At the moment, one of my biggest stumbling blocks really is water. And that's something that won't be as big an issue anymore later on, once you actually got the ability to basically drain blood from the scavengers. Okay. For now, it's a great source of certain resources. Ah, of course. A granite block. More granite. More granite. I think for now that's okay. Oh, is that another granite block? It looks like. We got 8 minutes till server reset or server maintenance. My base is that way. Oh, that's pretty cool that you built that on the outside. I'm not sure I got access to that, but okay. Yeah, I need to get to my base, but I also need to drink some. Okay. Okay, let's get to our position. I know my base is not in the perfect spot at the moment, but it's something that will come. Okay. All right, I need to build a fuel generator, it says. Which is this one. Actually, let's build it over here. Voila. Okay. Nice. Okay. Ooh. It says I need salvaged metal. Okay. It's not this one, it's this one. There, I got salvaged metal in there. Why did I even bother putting them in there originally? It's like, duh. Okay, let's get that built. Now the bags shouldn't be there. You need to keep them in your inventory if you can. To be honest, I've never used this binoculars, but okay. Are we crafting one more or not? Apparently we didn't. Ah, there. I just didn't see it. Okay, cool. We got more than enough of these now. Let's interact with this one here for now. Let's store the excess bag there. My old outfit can also go there. The reason I'm putting it here is just because there's a limit on how many slots you can fill with stuff. Yes. For now, I'm just sealing it. So at least we got a completely sealed base. And in line with what they said, the game is going to go offline shortly. We'll actually call it a day. Guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And of course, I'll see you in the next one. In the meantime.